Hey, good morning. It's Sunday, December the 1st. Welcome in. I'm Sari with the Spiritual View, one of 7 hosts, and we are here to be with you and sharing daily content. And we do lives on Mondays and Fridays, Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do a monthly collaboration effort with you, and we are just delighted that you are joining us. If it's your first time, welcome in. And we're going to be delivering a message today that expands on Wendy's message from yesterday. Wendy does Saturdays, and her message was all about triggers. And this was a big holiday week in the United States, and we were talking about how do you navigate through the holidays with the stress and strained relationships. And many of us have been triggered and have been working through those. And she gave some really good practical tips in terms of the navigating through triggers and the things that are causing us pain and causing us grief or stress or anxiety. Today also is the new moon in Sagittarius. Dawn did a video on Friday of last week that really goes into some great detail about the astrology of the new moon. But it's a wonderful time to set intentions and be bold, be brave, and dare to dream big. It's a wonderful time to manifest. So, with that, I'm going to expand on Wendy's message about the triggers. And along with tarot, I spend a lot of time in Akashic records, which are the records of the soul's journey. And I can tap into the collective energy or an individual soul who has asked questions about their many incarnations, and I can go in and look at what are some of the soul lessons that that individual came to learn, and what are they mastering potentially in this lifetime, and how do those things relate to one another. So we've been talking in the Akashic records about the age of Aquarius and the energetic shifts that are going on the earth, and that we are moving into the new earth energies of the age of Aquarius. And that part of that energetic shift means that we are shifting away from these old third dimensional energies: fear, anger, chaos, polarity, divisiveness. And we're moving into the energetic frequencies of the new earth: love, compassion, kindness, harmony. And as we are migrating into this new energy, we are shifting away from the past, meaning past timelines and what we call linear time, and that everything is coming into the here and now. And Wendy was correct yesterday by saying, we're all being triggered for different reasons. And many of us have been doing this work for a number of years. And just when you think you've mastered something, you get something that comes back around and slaps you in the face, what I call a bitch slap. And I've gotten a few of my bitch slaps lately. And so I wanted to ask in the records this morning, what's the higher order? What else is going on energetically that could be triggering us? So if this message resonates with you, you may have had something happen out of the blue, something come back around, or you've been working really hard and you haven't seen evidence of that mastery, either letting go of a behavior, maybe it's an old pattern, an old relationship, whatever it is for you, you've been working hard and you just haven't gotten there yet. So this is what they have been talking about, is that as we are moving into this quantum field of everything is in the here and now, linear time is going away. And all of our past timelines, think of it as everything's being dumped into the present moment. So you've got all these lifetimes and things that either happened or didn't happen, or old energy, old patterns, old relationships, all coming in right now. And so that is one of the higher order reasons that we may not be seeing the progress. And their advice and counsel was, do the work. You are doing the work. You may not see evidence of it yet. And the reason that you may be getting re-triggered over and over again is that all these timelines are coming in to finally be released. Because as we move forward, in the way that they've explained it, we will be living in the present moment. We won't be worried about linear time or planning the next 10 years. Our job is to show up and be in the present moment, and not to worry about having to go to the past or worrying about the future. And I know that sounds really elegant, but it's hard to do. We've been programmed all of our lives to live in linear time, set goals, set a strategic plan, A plus B equals C. The way the world is moving and the energy with it is quite different. And so the higher order and the spiritual order of the triggers is coming from all these past timelines coming in, and that energy is being released. So if you have found yourself getting angry in the moment, or something just annoys you that never did before, or you spout it off at someone, or you can't just nail this one thing that you've been working on, this video is for you. So we're going to get some advice from Spirit and talk about, well, what do we do about that? Because just this energy alone can be really overwhelming. And so I took the liberty of pulling some oracle cards to give us some guidance, and then I'll pull some tarot and some clarifiers as needed. So I first asked, which archangel is with us to help us? And I love this deck. This is Diana Cooper Archangel Oracle cards, and there are a lot of archangels in here that I've never met. So I wanted to introduce today this archangel called Dorenka. And Dorenka says, hone your psychic abilities, see through illusion. So as we are looking at these triggers from the higher perspective, and we may be navigating energies that we can't manage or that we're overwhelmed, they said she comes from another universe, and basically to oversee and look after the bats that have been on Earth. I don't know if any of you have a connection with bats. They have advanced knowledge about sonics and echolocation. They come to Earth through Sirius, where they learn to fine-tune their data to fit in with our atmosphere. These special animals have volunteered to come to Earth to share their knowledge. They communicate with open hearts through their throat chakras. So this card is really a card of inviting you to open up to your psychic abilities that are latent within you. Expand your right brain by listening to your intuition and trusting your inner guidance. So this is a card that is similar to the High Priestess, trusting your intuition. So if you're being triggered, Dorenka, this archangel, can help you tap into your intuitiveness and to help you see through illusions, illusions of things perhaps in our value systems, or things that we were programmed to believe all these years. And we're discovering now that's not the truth. And we are discovering our own truth. And trust your intuition. Trust when it is screaming at you. The other oracle card that I pulled this morning was from the Kuan Yin oracle deck. And Kuan Yin is this beautiful goddess of compassion. And so I feel her energy around me many times. And she's got a similar frequency to Mother Mary. Oftentimes, people say when they feel the energy of Kuan Yin, they feel this immense calm and compassion, and they see the color. It's kind of a combination between pink and orange. And so when I see that color, I know that she's with me. I pulled this card, and what's interesting about Kuan Yin, she is claimed by the Indians and also the Chinese as their goddess of mercy and goddess of compassion. And so consider her this beautiful energy. And I'm going to put this up here. This is the blessings of the Moon Maiden. It's a number 2. And I'm amazed, all my oracle cards today are 2s. So that must be a message. 2s are around intuition. It reflects the moon, our emotions, our deep emotions. And so this card, the Moon Maiden, with her lucky hair, it's a rabbit with her, brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, to restore, and to create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible. by opening up your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved maiden of the moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life. So, this card is around opening up your heart and trusting your intuition, the number 2 card, like the High Priestess. And this is a beautiful card. It says it's a divine feminine energy. It creates over and over again, flowing in cycles like the moon. If you've been through a challenging cycle where your ability to manifest seemed to be impeded, this oracle indicates that the tide is changing. Exactly. And this is what the Akashic Records wisdom keepers have been saying. Don't give up. Yes, it may be hard. No, you may not be seeing the tangible results in the physical reality, but you will. And this is a card of compassion to stick through it. You will get to the other side and things will come to light and you will understand the truth. And then you will be able to release. I got another oracle card from the Love of Dragons, and I pulled. It's called the Icebringer. It's a 20, which reduces to another 2, which again, and the Icebringers is about the gift of ice is stillness. The cold has the power to suspend, to hold, or to freeze until it's time to act. There is a protection in suspended animation. Now is your opportunity to embrace the power of the colder, more protective dimensions. Create a hermitage. Get still. Allow yourself the cold clarity derived from detached observation. The time for thaw and growth will come. So this card is encouraging us when we're getting triggered. One of the best things that we can do, and Pam Gregory says this all the time, she's a wonderful astrologer out of the UK. She says, sit on your eagle's perch. And if you can sit kind of above yourself and look down as an observer when you're being triggered, what do you notice? What do you observe? Because understanding the triggers is really the key to how we get through them and get to the other side. But to observe them with kind of cold clarity allows us to bust through those situations where we're being triggered. The last oracle card I pulled is from the Lunar Nomad, and this is called Umbrella. And it is a 39, which reduces to 12, and that's actually a 3. So umbrella is optimism, clear direction, triumph against all odds. When the umbrella appears, your prayers will be answered in unexpected ways. It is a sign that synchronicities are happening all around you. The heavy shackles of doubt, fear, and resistance have been cast off. You can soar to higher vibrations of experience where your unique vibration becomes a magnet for blessing and miracles. So it says, let go of your baggage. Worry, doubt, fear, and uncertainty have no room in your life anymore. Allow yourself to feel as expansive as the wide open sky. Be in this moment. Let go of reason and particulars. Do not worry what comes next. Yes, stay in the present moment. Just fall into what is right now. So this is a card of encouraging us to go with the flow, to live in the present moment, and that the answers will come. So I'm going to pull a few tarot cards, and I'm going to do MJ's Crazy Brain Spread. It's only 5 cards, and I'm going to set these cards out. And then I'm going to tell you what they mean, right? All right, I'm using the Mermaid deck. So the card underneath the deck is the Fool. And I love this depiction of the Fool. And this is the energy that we don't see. And so it is in our energetic field. But what Spirit is saying, it may require you to take a leap of faith. Maybe you don't know what is triggering you. Perhaps you don't understand the why the trigger is coming. It may be from a past life that was unresolved in terms of a wound, some trauma, or something that needed to be healed. That was particularly painful or created a great sense of grief. So for some of you, kind of getting through this to the finish line of this energetic shift requires taking a leap of faith, but also be able to step back and to be the observer, but to trust your intuition. What you think all this is about understanding the higher order of truth. This is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is kind of like Solomon, that in the Bible that separated the babies. That was very calm, very fact-based, very analytical. This is the ability to step back and have that cold clarity, like ice, to see things. And if you look at uh, the card, it looks like he's blowing, it could be water, but it looks almost like the cold, like breath, that's out in a cold area. And so the King of Swords, what you think is coming to light is this objective, cold look at what is the truth of what you're discovering? What about these triggers, this pain, are you really releasing? What's actually really happening? So if you look at the fact that with all these timelines coming in, this is just natural. And the ability to have the context for this to say, oh, okay, I'm kind of going up and down and I'm getting the bitch slaps, but it's all okay because I'm going to be on the other side. What's really going on in this is that you're letting go. It's the Ten of Swords. And this is the end of a cycle. And this is basically telling you the reality is that you were ending all these old timelines and lifetimes, and you're letting this old trauma and things that you've held on and you've come back in lifetimes to manage, to master. And maybe it took you many lifetimes to master, and maybe there's some that you still didn't master. Those are being released. So you are at the end of the cycle, but you're looking at it with absolute clarity and objectivity to say, I get it now, and I'm okay letting this go. Spirit's message to you is the Emperor. And the Emperor is around, it's a sum of all the kings, and this is Poseidon. I believe this is Poseidon, the king of the underworld. And Poseidon is represented here as the Emperor, and it's around take leadership. If you're going to take that leap of faith, you got to lead. You cannot follow. You are the creator of your destiny. Yes, it might be scary. Yes, you might not know exactly what's coming up, but the opportunity is for releasing all this old energy, trauma, wounds that we no longer really need to hold on to, because we will now be able to heal everything in the present moment moving forward. But remember, you got to be able to take that leap of faith. Now, what's interesting, so we've gotten out of this spread already, two major arcanas. This is what you don't see coming, the Tower. So it's going to be interesting. I want to pull a clarifier for the Tower and to say what's actually going on here. So what you might not see coming. Okay. I just pulled the Chariot as a clarifier. And the Chariot is around forward progression and movement, but it's also kind of destined. As long as you put your hands off the steering wheel and let someone else drive and you're in the back seat, then what's supposed to happen and come to you will happen. So you may see something unexpected come that was destined for you, but destined for your healing. All right, let me ask. Yeah, absolutely. Second clarifier, I got the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. And again, that's a number 10 card. The other is a 7 card. But this is all destined as part of your path and part of your journey. And so Spirit's message is you got to be willing to take a leap of faith, absolute clarity and truth coming. You are closing up all these cycles of pain and you're ready to let all that go, but lead your life, your best life moving forward. Something is going to come out of the unexpected. And oftentimes towers can be great. So you may have some unexpected healing and breakthroughs that you've not experienced before. So give yourself some grace and some compassion as you're doing this work, because all of this is destined and fated. You are moving forward. This is all supposed to happen. It's divinely orchestrated. So, whatever you are dealing with, my friends, um, don't give up. That is the message from Spirit. Archangel Dorenka is helping us with our intuition. But take that leap of faith, knowing that all of this energetic shift is part of this process of moving to the new earth. You're not strange. You're not weird. You are making progress. You are charting the path forward in this new energy. And everything that's going to happen is destined and it's for your greatest and highest good. And if you can be on that eagle's perch to be the observer and to look at things with ice cold clarity, you are going to get through this just fine. So, this is a message of hope for someone out there who's had some bitch slaps and who is just kind of over doing this work. Spirit's message and from the Akash, the message is keep going because you are about ready for a big breakthrough and to get to the other side where you can live in this present moment full of joy and not worrying about the past and not worrying about tomorrow, but showing up through the lens of the heart, not the head. With that, those are the messages for this Sunday. I hope everyone gets some rest. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, thank you so much for being part of this community and letting us share our thoughts and insights and what's on our heart. Happy Sunday. Bye.